Hey Sophia, it's Donald here, and I know email is not really the best way to reach out, so I thought I'd just record a video here. So there are a couple mistakes that I see that you're making that I think if you fix, I'm confident that you see much better results here. So let's get into it. So I will be using Facebook for this example, but you can honestly use the advice that I tell you about in this video on any ad platform. Really doesn't matter at the end of the day, to be honest with you. So here, the first thing is, I actually don't mind the video. However, there are things that I would improve with the video in particular. Typically, what you need to improve on here is really make it a little bit more engaging. Because the first thing is to really get their attention, right? So you do a decent job with that. It's kind of really a high quality video. However, it's just not engaging enough, right? You'll find that, people will watch the first few seconds and then just move on, right? So what you want to do instead is you want to make sure that you're using ad text and use ad text in the right way. So I got an example for you here of using ad text really well. It's actually from Apple here. So if you take a look here, you can see just from the very moment that you get into this video, you're very engaged in it. Now, this is not to say that you need to do the same amount of quality that Apple has done, but you can definitely take the elements of, just how engaging this is using the ad text and all that, right? So, another thing here is this is going to be more of a high level concept, but I understand that you released your SS21 collection. However, you really need to define who your customer avatar really is, because the problem is uh, without really defining who your ideal audience is, it's really hard to find what their needs and desires are and what they're looking for in in a dress, in a piece of clothing, right? So that kind of brings me on to my next point as well, is really selling based on the emotional benefits, right? So the SS21 is now live. It's kind of a boring ad copy, right? It doesn't really resonate with anybody. So what you want to do is instead you want to sell based on the emotional benefits of the product. I'll show an example here. So here I have two examples of one that focuses more on the functional ad copy and one that focuses more on the emotional ad copy. So the emotional ad copy is all about focusing on telling that story. So in order to tell these stories, what you really need is you really need to firstly define who your audience really is. Is it going to be women? Are you buying for the women? Or maybe you sell to men that are buying a really nice dress for their lady when they're going out on a dinner date on a Friday night, for example. That's just a quick one. But the nice thing about clothing here is you can define a lot of these different avatars, shall we say, so that you can take many different angles and you can get many different types of customers that just love your brand because they love your products and what it really means to them. That's the important thing, because unless you can uh, define some sort of emotion within them, then I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna be forced to sell based on this, hey, 15% off, fast free shipping, yada yada yada, right? So you really want to focus on those emotional benefits in order to get the best customers, in order to sell in the right way. Now, let's just say that you fix that issue. Let's just say that you now have a really uh, good ad. Really focuses on the ad text, right? And before I get there, actually, in apparel, I found that images work a lot better than videos, but this is actually not a bad video, so that's why I didn't talk too much about it earlier. So let's just say they like the product. Now they're going to click on the link. Now you're taking them to the home page, which is a big mistake due to something called decision fatigue, where someone has too many decisions to make, they end up not making a decision at all. So what you want to do instead is you want to either take them to a product page, just like this, or you really want to set up landing pages that really cater to that problem, right? So let's just say that I was target this Alaska dress was a dress that I positioned as the perfect dress for when you're going on a night out, right? So what I do is I put the perfect night out dress. the Alaska dress, for example. And then I talk about all about how perfect it is for going on a night out and all that different type of stuff. So that's the end of the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So feel free to send this video to whoever's responsible for your marketing. Or if you're interested, what we could do is we could really set up a call where we really audit your advertising core for, because this is really the basis of running really good advertising. So that consists of having a good product, understanding who your audience's needs and desires are. Can you convince them to click? And does your product page or landing page convert? And typically, you're going to get a score out of 20, and you either need traction or you're ready for growth. So you're going to get a Google Sheet like this with some commentary on each area and your overall score on whether you need traction or growth. So if you're interested in that, feel free to message me back and schedule time to talk. Otherwise, hope this video was helpful. Hope it provides some value to you, and thanks for watching.